Values. What you up to now? Day 3107. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. This is a place where I document my journey. Originally, as I moved from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, lots and lots of different businesses, as well as simultaneously working in corporate America, to the online world of business. Following my divorce in end of 2016, took some time off. 2017 was like, all right, I got to find something to do. So in February of 2017, I joined ClickFunnels. May or may not have heard of them. They are a funnel platform when funnels were just becoming a thing, yada, yada, yada. But it's just a different new vehicle way of describing something that we've always done in business. So today, working on Supersize challenges. We're doing Supersize You annual challenge. This is year 9 of doing an annual challenge. We do something every day to be a better human being. And then this year I decided, after years of doing 2 entirely different things, I was going to use the same topic both days for Supersize You annual challenge and Supersize Your Business annual challenge. Supersize Your Business is an idea I've had since, I think, maybe even before 2004, but I know I had some very famous people as coaches, and I told them that idea, and they're like, oh my God, that's a good one. Keep that name. And so when I came onto the school platform, it's like, all right, well, what am I going to do? What's my first school going to be? And of course, after 5+ decades in business, it was going to be something business related. And since Supersize Your Business has been my name on a lot of platforms for a long time, I'm like, that's going to be it. So now it's a matter of actually creating decent branding and make it consistent across all platforms so that it makes sense, and then invite people to it. So I always want to invite people. If you have a business and are, whether you're just getting started or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, I've been in business since I was 13. I had my first business making ice with an ice machine when I was 13 and selling it to places like a neighboring town, VFW, and they had a bar and they needed ice, and they were actually my first customer, my longest running customer. But I've discovered a couple of things. Number one, AI is an incredible tool that I do not know even the tip of the iceberg of, but I need to understand and learn it so that as I create my videos every day, I can automate the process of disseminating them and sharing them, breaking them into shorts, and processing them. It takes me a couple hours a day, and that is a couple hours a day I want to put toward growing and scaling my school, right? So I was using AI, and of course on YouTube there's a tool called vidIQ. I use it, I subscribe to it, I like it. It helps me, even though I've been making videos and I've got 20,000 videos on my YouTube channel, I've got like 400 subscribers because all I ever did with it was use it as a place to store my videos, which I'm really glad I did, because Facebook recently changed and doesn't save any of your videos anymore. It erased everything that's over 30 days old, and now it does it automatically. And I get why they did it from a business standpoint. Me alone, I had nearly 20,000 videos in there that were just taking up storage space. But I'm super glad I was keeping them on my YouTube channel, otherwise I would have lost all of that content and all that data. And now, I admit I don't go back and I don't watch my videos from the early days. I might go back and look for a topic or something, but I try not to watch them. Why? Because if I would have watched them when I made them, I never would have made the next day's video. I never would have kept producing content. I never would have done it, because I would have judged myself, and I still judge myself. Just recently stopped saying, oh my God, that was awful, every time I pushed stop or finish on a recording. I mean, that's been just this year, and that's 9 years into it. I mean, come on, I think we're a little hard on ourselves as human beings. Well, my example about what I want to talk about AI is with vidIQ, and I can't remember if I did it with Claude or Chad. I create my topics. I just brainstorm and I create my topics, and then I go with them. Well, I wanted to create a format that's YouTube friendly so I can start using my YouTube and growing it. And so I've got like a 10-part framework that vidIQ helps me with. So I took my topics that I generated and the summaries for them from one AI, and I put them into vidIQ. And today is the first day. Actually, I just started doing this last month. The end of last month, the last week of last month. I got 2 entirely different topics, which was against my value, my core value of being consistent and simplifying. I want the topics each day to have a personal development slant and a business development slant. And what I got was core values for business and vidIQ, and with the same inputs to vidIQ, the real topic was gratitude and how gratitude plays into it. So after going over it a few times and thinking about it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do two different topics, and I went with the core value topic. Why? Because core values are important to both. So now I made more work for myself. I have to go through both and see where all the differences are and then align them into one manually, which isn't really what I want to do, but it's that or feed it all back into one AI and see what comes out. And I might do that in Claude anyway, just to train my Claude so that it knows what to expect. And then instead of taking the topics and putting them in vidIQ, which takes me time, it takes me a while, and I have to copy and paste and print everything, which is really unnecessary because I can barely see them anyway without it. Although I'm tracking on them statistics and just using the sheets from now on instead of doing them in a notebook. Although I like having my handy dandy, this is the first half of the year, journal of, but I started doing it on the paper, so I'm like, why am I not just, since this notebook's full, going to just put it in a ring binder and keep the pages. Another thing I'm doing with AI, I just started doing 2 weeks ago, is I am simplifying what I do and how I do it every week. I am putting my first 3 activities, the things I need to do every day that are non-negotiable for me, on as checklists and data points where I'm tracking exactly what I'm actually doing every day to fulfill these 3, I call them revenue generating activities. You can call them whatever you want, but one is my 3 videos. I'm creating my 3 videos every day. I committed to doing it all year, so I'm going to track it all year. I haven't missed a day yet this year, and I don't plan on missing one. Although I did post one video after midnight the other day, but it still was that day's video. I made the video in the morning. I just didn't get it posted till the end of the day. Life gets in the way sometimes, and we have days like that, right? The other thing is 100 DMs a day. I am not a DMer. Those of you who know me know I am not a DMer. I'm less of a DMer than I am having a fun chats on the phone person with my family and friends. There's certain ways I prefer to communicate. The phone isn't one. I want to be able to see the person that I'm talking to and have an actual conversation. So I do like video calling, and I do like video calls, and I do like the school platform for video calling and things like that. But I am not I can't see you. There's too much that passes in nonverbal communication to not be able to see the other person and to have them see me. Now, the trick is, everything I feel and think shows on my face all the time. So what you see is what you get. And then sales calls is the other thing I put on there. These are not long-term things for me personally, but they are right now things for me. Then I have Claude go through my calendar, and this is half the size it was last week, so I'm really excited. And put on the things that I've committed to doing already with respect to personal growth and development, learning, commitments I've made to be active in other people's communities. Down the road, it'll be workshops and speeches I'm presenting, things like that, or workshops and things, whatever it's going to be. But I want to have a system so it's all in one place for the week, and I can look ahead. My sister called me yesterday and said, can you have lunch this week, or are you too busy? I said, well, I'm in a coaching program, so I'm pretty busy, but Wednesday looks like a day that I could have lunch. So I'll have lunch with my sister on Wednesday. It's not on my schedule because we don't have it penciled in yet, but it will be. And it's pretty much an open day for me. I don't know how it worked out that way. I know how it worked out that way. I had to leave a community that was just too much. And too much awesome stuff, but not what I need right now. And I'm learning to say yes to the things that are in alignment with what I need right now and being focused, and no to the things that are just distractions and nice to have and nice to do's, love to do it, but not what I need right now. And so that's where I'm coming from with that. What else is going to talk about today? Core values, AI, supersize challenges. That's about it. If I can help you in any way, reach out and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.